Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna do a skin focus video, so you guys are in a little bit closer than usual. So let's get started. For primer, I'm gonna be using the E.L.F Oil Control Primer Mist. So I've used this twice already since I bought it. I've used it twice, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I haven't really noticed a difference. Like, I don't think that it really does control my oils, but today I'm really gonna put it to the test. Like, I'm really going to pay attention and all that jazz. Oh, by the way, if you guys hear something, it's my fan. It's hot, don't know, so I hope it doesn't bother anybody. But I wait for that to dry. A little bit about the E.L.F Oil Control Mist. So this primer claims to prep the skin for a smooth makeup application, reduce shine and oil for a matte look. So it has vitamin B and E to nourish and refresh skin. Okay, I'm really gonna start paying attention and see if it works. So I'm not gonna use any other primer just to see if that oil mist does really work, but I am gonna go in with a little bit of a blurring primer for my pores, just a little bit around the nose. This is the Cover FX blurring primer, one of my favorites. For foundation, I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place stick foundation. I'm really excited because I've always been super intrigued by stick foundations. They just, I don't know, like just drawing it on your face and then blending it sounds like really exciting to me. But I've never owned a stick foundation, so this is really exciting. I bought this online, so I don't know if it's gonna be my shade. I think this is gonna be too light. I don't even know how like full coverage this is. Full coverage formula. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with a brush. This is my BH Cosmetics number 2 brush. I'm just gonna blend. Yeah, this is too light. Well, it's probably my skin tone, but I like to go a little bit darker, just like a couple shades, maybe like 1 or 2 shades darker, because I like to look bronzy. Beauty sponge on the other side. This is by Bakerie egg blend sponge. I think it looks really nice with both the sponge and the brush, but I wouldn't call it full coverage right off the bat. Like, it is decent coverage, but it's not full coverage right off. I just dotted a couple more. I'm more comfortable blending my foundations with the sponge than with the brush. So, I mean, it looked really nice with the brush, not gonna lie. But like I said, I'm just a little bit more comfortable with a sponge. I'm more used to the sponge. For concealer, I am going to use the Uoma Beauty Concealer. Reminds me of the Dose of Colors concealer, like very creamy. It's nice. So I'm just going to add a little bit on a couple little blemishes. I've been using this concealer non-stop ever since I purchased it. I really like it. It goes great with all the foundations that I have. Every foundation that I pair it with looks amazing. And the color is pretty nice. Like I said, it reminds me of the Dose of Colors concealer a lot. For some reason, I look dewy. I wonder what it is. The primer claims to be matte. The foundation claims to be matte. The concealer, no, the concealer is a satin radiant concealer. So yeah. It's fine. I mean, I'm gonna use a little bit of powder. It's gonna be okay. But I was wondering what made me look so good. So look, I'm glowing. But it looks like it's like healthy glow. It's not like a greasy glow, right? For powder, I'm gonna go in with the Fit Me Maybelline Powder. This is in the shade 10. This is one of my favorite powders. It's from the drugstore. Super good. Super matte. And it has a little bit of color. So it's not translucent. And they have, I want to say like about 8 or 10 different shades of this powder, but it's so nice. Okay, so you see how that like glow is kind of going away? Thank God. Okay, so I'm gonna be using a cream blush so I didn't set like the rest of my face. I'm gonna be using the MAC Glow Play blush in the shade Cheer Me Up. Oh, I love this. It's so good. I've already used it before. So I've been watching a lot of obviously YouTube videos, but I've been watching a lot of like teaching, like makeup teaching videos, and I've learned that like placing your blush like upwards and towards your temples kind of lifts your face a little bit more. This is good. It is such a pretty blush. It's like very natural. I can do a little swatchy swatch. The texture is so cool. It's like creamy, but not too creamy. This is a shade. I'm just removing the powder from my nose. There we go. And what's next? For bronzer, I'm going to use the E.L.F. Primer Infused Bronzer. So this is in the shade Forever Sunkiss. Ooh, I like that. And here we go. Okay, it's pigmented. You guys see that? This is a pretty good size, and I love the packaging. It's kind of like sleek. Now that I think about it, the foundation is not looking too light. Like with the, after I put a little bit of blush and bronzer, it's kind of looking nice. Okay, everything is amazing. Like, I know that I say everything is my favorite, but that's because it's true. I want to say 90% of my makeup I like, because I'm very like, yes, I do shop a lot for makeup, but I buy things that I know that I'm most likely gonna like. You know, it's very rare for me to be disappointed by a product. So, and I kind of know what I like, and I know the brands that I like. So good. Okay, I think I've put enough bronzer on my gooch. I just remember my Makeup Revolution highlighting palette. I'm gonna use that today. I'm gonna mix this and this. Ooh, nice. I am going to retouch my eyebrows with the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim pencil. This is in the shade Deep Brown, and I really like it. I've been using it already for a couple of days, and I like it. It's a nice formula. It's rich, so it's very pigmented, but it's easy to work with. So because I said I'm not gonna do a lot with the eyes, I'm just gonna go in with my Perfusion chocolate palette. I'm just gonna use this shade right here just to give a little bit of color on my lid. And then I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, I'm just going to blend those two colors together. So now I'm just gonna go in with my NYX eyeliner and create a wing. Here we go. Excuse me. Oh. Okay, so I'm going in with my eyelashes. Try them out. See if I need to cut them or what's the deal. I probably do. Okay, so this is without cutting them. Like, this is just putting them on my eye, trying them out. And all I have to say is that these are kind of weird. Not weird, that's not the right word, but they're not as curly as I typically go for. They're a little bit more flat, see? So I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should cut them, and I don't know how they feel. Hey, 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 come here. So just put my lash on and look how it looks. They look very, they're very shiny. Kind of don't like that. Well, that's pretty, that's pretty, that's pretty. Let's see. I'm probably doing something wrong. I know I'm probably not applying them how I'm supposed to. That's gotta be it. Like, they're so heavy. The style is just not for me. Like, what am I? I did not like those lashes. I don't know. I don't think I know how to use that specific style. They're a little bit different than the usual lashes that I gravitate towards, so I'm gonna put on some other lashes. Okay. So these lashes are by the same brand, Eylure. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. But this is just a different style. I don't know what style they are because I threw away the box and I've had these lashes for a long time. But these are some of my favorite dramatic lashes because they're so curly. You can still see a little bit of glue, but it'll dry and you won't see it anymore. But for lips, I'm gonna use the NYX Lip Liner in the shade London. So just kind of lined my lips and filled them in a little bit. These NYX lip liners they're okay. They're pigmented, but they're not the creamiest. So you do kind of have to tug a lot on your lip. Or maybe I just need to sharpen mine. Let me see. Yeah, no, they're not the creamiest, but they are pretty pigmented. I mean, you guys can see the color. And they're pretty cheap, so if you're on a budget, these are a good alternative. So I have the shade Tiptoe and Aerial from the Colourpop Luxe Lipsticks. And I don't know which one I want to use. I have this one and I have this one. I'm gonna go with Tiptoe. But did you guys see that Juvia's place came out with new nude lipsticks? I cannot wait to purchase them. I'm super excited. Oh yeah. And then for gloss, I'm gonna top it off with Moonchild from Colourpop. Delicious. Oh my god, this is exactly what I had in mind. Oh my god. Okay, So now I'm just gonna set my face with the Milani Matte to Make It Last setting spray. Alrighty, so I think that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna go over a couple of the products. First off, the E.L.F. Primer Mist. I think this is really cool. There's not much to say about it, just I hope it works. The foundation, I really like it. Love the packaging. I like the formula. It's pretty soft matte. Like, my skin looks really good. It was medium coverage. I'm sure I can build it up, but and then again, you know, like it's not that serious. My skin is looking okay, so I like it. I'm gonna continue purchasing. I'm gonna continue using it. The concealer, I dropped it. Oh, what else is new? Me dropping something? No, I dropped it, but I really do like that concealer. It's really good. You guys are gonna be seeing it a lot in upcoming videos. Bronzer, I like it. The color is pretty nice and pigmented, but it's also soft and forgiving, so it's not too crazy. The formula is pretty nice. I'm gonna continue using it. I'm happy that I purchased it and that I finally have my hands on this. I want to talk about the sponge. First off, packaging, chef's kiss, so good. But the actual sponge is not my favorite. Like, it's nice and it's soft, but it's not the softest sponge. Like, it's a little stiff, just a little bit. And I've only used this like 3 times and this already cracked. I wish they were just a little bit more softer. Okay, so I really did like the blush. I love the color and I really like the formula. I mean, I did purchase this on sale, so I am like winner chicken dinner. But I mean, this is like around $30 something, so if you feel like splurging, I do think it's worth it. Okay, so lastly, the lushes. Lastly, the eyelashes. I did like the style at first glance. I did purchase this online. I didn't go to the store and like pick them up. So from what I saw online, they did look appealing to me, and I just honestly, they're very plasticky. Like, they're very flat. Like, they're not curly at all. So maybe they're just not for my eye shape. I don't know. I didn't really know how to use them. They were a little complicated to use. This was kind of a fail. A little disappointed. So that's that. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit that little notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!